Welcome back everyone to Let's Play and Let's Learn Rule the Waves. This is episode number 7, although to be honest I think most of the learning has been accomplished at this point. We're just going to cover probably designing the next the next round of ships, and that'll probably complete most of the difficulty in this game, or most of the... Actually, to be honest, if you made it to this video already, you probably know almost everything that I know about the game. And not that that's really all that much, but it's enough to enjoy a playthrough, and part of the fun in these games is in learning. But anyways, let's continue. We just finished our battleship engagement and we're doing well. We're up in the victory points category. I mean, these are relatively small numbers for victory points. Once you end up sinking like 2 battleships, then you'll be way ahead. So let's look at the situation as it stands right now. France still has 2 battleships. We have 4. They have 3 heavy cruisers. We already encountered one and we had to run away. That was our cruiser engagement 2 episodes ago. And they have only 2 light cruisers and we have 8. So what we should be doing right now is taking advantage of our massive, overwhelming advantage in light cruisers, and we need to send some ships into some raiding situations. So I'm gonna set the... Actually, I think... Yeah, I'm gonna set the Brooklyn to raiding. I need to make sure that I just keep the 6,000 tonnage displacement in Southeast Asia, because I need to make sure I have tonnage on the foreign stations. And I accomplish that by just having some ships in the active fleet. I think we can just actually leave... the Chicago's fine, but Southeast Asia, these 2. So let's set both these to raiders. Yeah. And we're still good on tonnage. Let's make sure we don't not get good on tonnage. But I think even having just 1 light cruiser available should be fine. So let's set this Cincinnati on raider as well. And let's also move this one into the Indian Ocean. If I'm not mistaken, well, instead of actually being mistaken, why don't I look? I just want to make sure that, yeah, they have some French holdings. There are French holdings here. So we can probably send one into here, which I will do. It'd be nice to send another one into West Africa, even one into the Mediterranean, because France only has a battleship there. Actually, I don't even know where the French main fleet is. They have a heavy cruiser and destroyer here. They have nothing currently in the Southeast Asia. We don't really care if they have anything here. They have a destroyer there and nothing there. Well, it's a mystery. Okay, they have a pretty sizable contingent in South American East Coast. Not sure why. In fact, I really can't understand why they only have a battleship in the Mediterranean. But, okay, but let's just push on. I don't know where their other battleship is. I probably already glanced over it, but I don't see it. Wait. Oh, we just did light damage to it, so it's probably in dock. So it'll be repairing for the time being, I think. Let's take a look at that almanac again. Yeah, it doesn't say any are building, so I guess even though it's technically in the docks, it doesn't refer to it as building, so it's not going to be on the map either. Well, that's a little confusing, but that's fine. So we know where their ships are, and basically the point is, let's get as many raiders out as possible now. We want to make sure we have these 2 ships, and I guess this ship as well. That's not very much. So we need at least 1 light cruiser to remain in active fleet in Southeast Asia. So that'll be our faithful Minneapolis. Let's get this guy to move to the Indian Ocean. And we should be okay on tonnage on forward stations because we have at least 1. Now the question is, do I want to move one of these to the South Pacific? I think how the holdings are weighted is in terms of convoy rating is if you have higher value colonies, you send more ships there. And I think the French have some pretty valuable holdings here. 20, 50, 50, another 20. And let's look over here. Again, left click to select these. So 5, and they have a battery here. Whoa, I misclicked. Right click to drag and left click to select these. So 20, that's not bad. But there's a lot more value here, so we'll leave both of our raiders here. Also, that means if we do have a battle, it's more likely that we can get both of our ships into the battle. And that would be nice. Actually, it would be all 3 in this case, because we have 3 cruisers here. Alright, let's do similarly with, okay, we have one in Caribbean, but he'll have to stay there because we need some people in the Caribbean. Now we have, it looks like 4 light cruisers. We'll want to send one of these down to the Caribbean, so let's send you down to the Caribbean, I guess. It'd be nice to have 2 in the Caribbean, right? Move him to the Caribbean, and that means since he's moving to the Caribbean, we'll set the Chicago on elite on raider status. And then we also want to send, let's send one over to Northern Europe and set him on raiding status as well. Because these are long range, I got them specifically for the purpose of raiding in enemy waters. Let's go ahead and send you over to Northern Europe. And that means I'm going to have 2 inactive fleet in the northeast coast, 1 inactive fleet in the Caribbean next turn. 1 will be raiding for the time being. And hopefully these battleships will start working up so we can actually rely on them. Right now, it would be nice for this guy, as soon as he's, maybe, as soon as the star goes away, the star mean that he's been out without, away from port a little bit long. And the longer you leave him with the star status, the more likely he is to either be interned if there's a neutral port available, or to be scuttled, which is worse, you know, you lose the ship for nothing, just because it ran out of fuel, so we really want to avoid that. So we'll leave him here until the star goes away, because there's no direct path from the west coast to Southeast Asia. I have ports in both of these, but technically I don't have any ports here. And if they went this way, I think it would be interned. We would just send it to a neutral port, but there's no point in losing our battleship for the remainder of the war. That's all that would happen, but still, that's something. We'd rather have the battleship than not, so. Okay, good. I'm going to go ahead and just click that save button, and we'll go ahead and push on to the next turn. Our new docks were completed, so we're up to 16,000. That's nice. Oh, 18,000. Good. Now here's, this is what they were doing to us last turn, and I forgot to engage in this myself. So we sank 1 merchant ship in Southeast Asia. Note that the victory points for sinking these ships is relatively minor. The really important effect of sinking these ships is actually it can have a chance of increasing the unrest in the other nation. And when that happens, they can start losing budget. They can even have like regimes overthrown. So, okay, 2 more in Southeast Asia, Indian Ocean, Northern Europe, and they sank 1 of us in the Caribbean. That's fine. Okay, so we have an enemy coastal raid. What I found is usually this involves all the ships, or a lot of the ships involved in this area. So hopefully that means we'll have our battleship and 2 light cruisers against their heavy cruiser. Even if we even get their light cruisers against any other combination, we'll run away from their heavy cruiser, or we'll attack their... These AMCs are usually worse than light cruisers. So although we've already been going into 8 minutes, this might be a little bit longer of an episode, because we're going to go ahead and... Oh! Well, we accepted the battle, but they declined, so we just gained 35 victory points for free. That's nice. Okay, so this is a recap of all those things. We have a delay by a month. See, this is what can happen. The reason why I built that 1 heavy cruiser is because your nation can complain about you having too few cruisers, and then you lose prestige or budget, or ultimately you probably lose both. So great. Let's we really should construct another ship too, because our monthly ballast is really high here. So let's go ahead and go to the build screen. I think another battleship is really useful. Not that these battleships will be spectacular later on, but it's so early. I think it's too early to design a new ship. We can tell the difference between a new ship and the current one by, let's open design for rebuild. This opens the current ship as it was when we originally constructed it. The design back in 1900 when this class was made. In fact, this is the original, the North Dakota. So we can see all these things, and of course there's only 4 pounds available. But we can see the difference if we open design, not for rebuild, but open design. That opens the design as if we were to build it today, with all the new hull and weight, armor weight decreases. So now if we opened it today, we can see that we gain 129 pounds, which means that we could probably either, I'm sure we can't increase the speed, but we could probably decrease the displacement a little bit, basically just get the ship cheaper, or instead of that we can increase some of the armor. I don't know. But this basically shows, since it's only 129, that sounds like a lot, but it's really not that much. That means that it's not worth rebuilding at this point. So let's go ahead that's a sign to me that it's a good point to continue building the ship as it is. So we'll get one more. We'll still have a positive balance, but I think we should probably invest in new dock size until this gets up to about 20 million, or sorry, 20,000. I'm a little, I prefer ships of the size at least 20,000. What can happen is you can get conferences, peace treaties, which enforce a specific displacement cap and a weapon size limitation. For example, 20,000, nothing over 20,000, and no weapons over 14 inches. And it's good to have your at least a class at the max, because if you're taking advantage of the treaty. Now, I should say that if we click on these people, I am a liberal democracy, as is Great Britain and France, but Germany and Russia, Japan, these guys can all violate those treaties by a small amount because of the nature that only liberal democracies have to follow it. I think the tonnage, you can get away with a 10% increase, I think, of the... So if you have a 15,000 limitation, I think you can get away with 16,500 for these other nations. Not Great Britain, France, or USA, but the other ones. They don't get any benefit to naval guns. The caliber is fixed by the treaty. So, okay, that all being said, it looks like we still have some left over. Do we need any more destroyers or anything? Let me see. Let's sort by location and then resort by type so that we get the types sorted by location inside their type. We have one more battleship already coming. We don't want any more heavy cruisers yet. One too many. Okay, so we have light cruiser, Indian Ocean, 2 here. How many do we have total? It looks like 8. That's 2 per area. That's pretty good. I like that. How many destroyers do we have? These are relatively cheap anyway. We have 2 per area. I think I'm okay with that, actually, even though, because these destroyers are just so nothing. What I might do is actually build some more minesweepers, because I really like their ability to do anti-submarine warfare. And right now we have, I don't know, I just feel like we should get 4 more. So let's go ahead and build 4 more of these guys. Doesn't cost really that much, so let's do it. Great, and that puts us pretty close to nothing, neutral on our monthly budget. So let's save and continue. All right. More shell damage over time, that's good. We sank 2 more ships. 1 more ship. 2 more ships. 2 more ships. They sank 3 in the Caribbean, which is unfortunate. And we got another battle, a coastal raid again. They have 2 heavy cruisers here. Oh, if we can have a battleship versus their heavy cruisers, I would be over the moon. And we're actually going to battle. Oh, man. We're already 13 minutes into this video. Oh my gosh, we didn't get... Well, that's really upsetting. Unfortunately, we did not get the battleship involved. That's really unfortunate. And I don't know what size installation this guy is. This is a 2-inch gun. Oh my gosh, that's just obviously not going to be any help whatsoever. Let's see. Okay, so we have this one. It's at 13 minutes. I know that's not very long, but what I'm going to do is call the episode here. I can see that I already have to adjust the screen a little bit. But I'm just going to make this into another quick video, because even though... Actually, yeah, it's hard to say. I think I should cut off here and just say thanks for watching. But okay, we'll go ahead and do it. We'll just save the game and not exit. We'll go ahead and do it. Let's see if we can... Oh, so in the naval patrols, the enemy coastal raids, you're actually free to maneuver wherever you want. One thing that's important to do, I can go over this no matter what happens, is to find out where are the ships that... Let's turn on all these things. I'll turn on the subset even. It'll be kind of fun to look at the ship. So I want to find out where are the merchant ships that we have. Ideally, I want to see the range of stuff here. Are you going to show me? Okay, there. So with this window up, again, mostly I don't care about this torpedo range, but I want to find out where are the other ships located. So obviously the battery, the land battery, is where we already saw it. Let's find out where my merchant ships are, because I want to protect these. Okay, I have one to the west. One very far to the west. That's good. I don't think that they'll attack that. One to my southeast. That one's going to be probably the one we go defend. And another far, far to the east. Okay, yeah. So I think what we'll do, let's see, we have a minesweeper, another minesweeper, another minesweeper. So we have some minesweepers as well. That's going to be actually pretty useful. So if we see any of these Division 8, Division 9, or Division 10, we'll let them screen this area, and we'll push over to the southeast. Because these guys will engage just as a normal ship, I just can't control them. It's completely restricted. Even if I move into sight range of them, I'm not allowed to control these guys. They're considered completely autonomous to me. But I can try to make sure I defend the merchant ships. Again, they're also autonomous, but they're usually the targets for the AI coastal raids. Very unfortunate that we didn't get the battleship involved, because what could happen here is that we're up against one of the heavy cruisers, and then we can't do anything anyway. So let's really crank up our speed, and yeah, where do we... I hate these. It's always hard to say where you should go. And this is one of those situations where if you just go in a straight line, you don't necessarily find the enemy. I'm going to go ahead and do slow continuous, because it's hard to say where we should go, but without knowing where we should go, I think we'll just push out in this direction. And I'll hit spacebar to pause. It'll automatically pause if we actually do sight the enemy. And the good news is we have a pretty good sight radius. I'm not sure if that's actually a good thing or not, because that means they'll be able to sight us as well. But let's just hope that ends up being a good thing. The best case scenario would be for us to sight them and then to pull them away from Pensacola. Like drag them somehow far south. Oh, and I see nighttime is coming too. Oh gosh. So if we don't sight them very quickly, let's go to squad max. If we don't sight them very quickly, it'll be very hard to see them. Okay, so this is a minesweeper. Yeah. And this is our merchant ship that we wanted to protect. I'm going to pause real fast just to make sure I remember my sight radius. Okay, it's about that far. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to continuous. I'm just going to hit P, which is another way of toggling between automatic and not. Okay, well then our sight radius is going to poop now. That's not terrible, but pretty soon as this is just twilight, but when the night settles in, we're really not going to be able to see anything. And then what we're going to be looking for is a log or reports, which is going to show us where other people have sighted the enemy units. So again, we'll just run continuously. We're trying to go as fast as we can here, just because I want to sight them before they can get any damage in. And I remember that we had... Okay, let's... Where do we have the other one? It's over there. Okay, so yeah, let's make all speed over to that guy. Let me again remember to go continuous mode. I guess we'll go to medium. And pretty soon, yep, there it is. Now nobody's going to be able to see anything. Unfortunately, we have to wait a full 1,000 for the mission to be over. That's kind of unfortunate. That usually means once you get to nighttime that nobody is going to see anybody, because now we can see that our vision is so much smaller than our gun range. The only advantage we have is that we do have these two destroyers with us. If we do encounter an enemy, what we'll certainly do is just try to torpedo the heck out of them. I mean, as soon as I find anybody, I'm just going to immediately set it to flotilla assault and hope that my destroyers can land at least a single torpedo. I thought the guy... Oh, he was behind us. And this is unfortunate, but this is just sometimes how the mission... What the heck? Oh. I guess that was a guy over there. Okay. No logs, no reports. This is probably going to be one of those missions where nothing happens. Oh. Unknown ship fires at land target. Okay. That means they're over here. Alright, it is a heavy cruiser. Well, this is a little suicidal, but we'll go after it anyway. They were able to sight the land target. That means they must have been pretty close. Needs to clean grates. I don't know what that means, but it probably means that we're running too fast, so let's slow down a little bit. Probably something to do with the coal, but again, I'm not terribly sure. Ah, they actually hit the land target. Well, we know where they are. If they're firing at the land target, they must be over here. Yeah. Ooh, a light cruiser. If that's indeed the case, and a destroyer, we'll be very happy. I'm surprised that they aren't taking mine damage here. Okay, let's just run continuous. This is taking too long. They'd have to be very close to this installation. Land target, land target. There's no other land targets besides this. They're hitting our installation. Where are they? Okay, maybe they're really, really close. Okay. This is unfortunate. What land target would they be shooting at? Their vision can't be better than ours. Now, oh my gosh, we have to go down. So that means that we've been on going too fast. We'll have to go down to cruise speed. Okay, well, that's going to make this sighting of the objective a lot harder. Let's go over to the bay. Maybe they're actually firing at this thing? No. Yeah, I don't know how they could get any closer to this. There's no other land targets in sight, so... I mean, it has to be here. I guess we'll just keep zigzagging around, and we'll just set this to fast again. It's a little frustrating. They've either destroyed my battery, or... I mean, I really don't know what's going on. You'd think they would have to be here, though. They keep firing at the land target. No, I don't. Oh, 3 hits, man. Where could they be? Can they target this from a distance further than their sight? Did I hit spacebar? Oh, yeah, they are really close to it, apparently. Okay, well, let's just go over there. Ah, finally, an unknown ship. Okay, good. Here we go. This is it. Wow, you can see how incredibly close we are to them. I'm going to take these guys off AI controlled. Oh, actually, I'm going to leave them on AI controlled. And what I'm going to do is do flotilla attack immediately. We're going slow. Let's turn towards them. They... What? Did they run into the land? Did I see that? It's very weird. Didn't know that they were allowed to do that. But let's go over here. You can see the installation has been destroyed. It's all red. I'm all green, but that's what all red looks like. Let's go to squad max. Okay, it looks like a small ship. Let's hope it's a small ship. Let's go to maybe 18. I don't think we got up to 24 already. Yeah, we're actually at 18 right now. Let's set it to 19 then. Yeah. So we only got up to 18 when we increased our speed. We didn't have a chance. The wind is moving that way, so I guess let's turn towards them, kind of. Actually, I'll leave it at 18. Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Okay, well, it's a, it's a heavy cruiser. Probably we don't want to fight this fight. Just identify, fire torpedoes, and get the hell out of there. I'm pretty sure we don't want to take this fight. The rally is just going to get its butt kicked. But if we can torpedo them, we'll be happy for it. Okay, the rally is launching torpedoes. That's what we want. Did we? Oh, we hit them with the 5-inch, but it looks like... Where's our torpedo? I'm going to run back the footage on that, but I think we hit them with the torpedo. I mean, we got to be careful about torpedoes ourselves. Dude, feel free, destroyers, to make your run at them at any point. And there is another ship here. Because we are seeing an unknown ship opens fire at land target. What the heck are my destroyers doing? I have no idea. Flotilla attack. Did I forget to set that? Then I apologize. My destroyers were just doing what they... Oh, they have 8 fight engine. Oh, we'll take the fight. We'll take this fight. Let's go. Speed up and close range. Yes, we will take this fight. Oh, but they have magically put us wind side, the wrong side of the wind. That's okay. We'll even take the fight like this. No. That's funny. The moment I take any damage, I can just go into the port, though. Okay. Now they're firing 5-inch guns at us. We should be firing... They're so light. 31,000? 3,100, I mean. And we're, I think, what? 6,000. Oh my gosh. We should just obliterate these guys. Let's go squad max, close range, and just get her done. Okay, we hit them with our 6 inches, of course. Now I think the wind favors us. Okay, we got 4 of our guns involved now. Slow down to 22. I don't think we need to be at more than 22 because... Oh, we hit them again, good. They only have a max range of 21. I don't think it's necessary for my destroyers to get involved at this point. Good, we fired some more and we're hitting. Excellent. Now, they have taken out that battery. I don't know what that means. I mean, as far as victory points go. Hard to say. Oh, what the heck? Did our visibility just go up? It did. Okay. It's the same ship, I think. I didn't really see what happened there. I assume it's the same ship. Yeah, there it is. Fire. Fire at them. Go ahead. Okay, they did a near miss and we did a hit. 8 light guns. Okay, they're firing their light guns? What do they have? Huh, they only have 5-inch. That means that when they said they were firing medium guns at us, it was misinformation on our part. We suspected that they were medium guns, but they actually were light. Okay, we hit them again. Medium damage, good. Like, any time my destroyers want to go ahead and fire torpedoes. Okay, let's just do this. Let's do it this way. Let's actively engage. We'll straddle. Just make sure the focus stays on the rally. These guys hopefully will launch torpedoes. we should launch torpedoes. No torpedo launching, huh? Oh, good, we got a torpedo launch. Come on, come on. Yes, yes. All right, well, I had to take manual control, but I think that should do it for them. The damage I think we have right now, this 8%, I believe, we did get hit once, but I think it's due to our turret being jammed. So you have this temporary damage when your turret is jammed. So if you had only 2 main turrets and you had one of them jammed, it would be like 25% damage, which seems like really terrible, but actually what's happening is, okay, let's actually move away. What I'm going to do is turn off flotilla assault now. Set these guys back to AI just so I don't have to think about them. And I'm going to keep my distance and I'm going to see what happens. So let's slow down to actual cruise. I think what is going to happen though is that the ship is going to sink. So we'll just kind of keep our distance. And there it is. So we won. They did heavy damage to a land target, I guess. But we didn't kill any of our... wow, they were really trying to destroy that target too. And they got like 95% done. But because we actually sunk a light cruiser, we just come out way on top. And we can see here, they did heavy damage to this installation, but this only counts for 242 damage. They did a little bit of damage to my light cruiser, but we win by a huge amount. Well, wow, so that was unexpected. That was a good battle, though. We'll end this, leave scenario, and we got 678 victory points compared to their 59. So this is really good. Now we're actually starting to put pressure on them. This victory point situation is pretty heavily in our advantage. But that does mean that we've gone a half an hour in this video. So good, we got another engagement done. And we have sunk a ship, a light cruiser, with one of our own light cruisers. Thanks to that nice torpedo. I mean, to be honest, we had already won the fight at that point. But it does cut down on the time it takes to actually sink the ship, which is exactly what those destroyers are for. So, thanks for watching this episode, and I'll catch you guys in the next.